Can y'all believe this? Unbelievable. Hey, April, Original, Alexis, Healthy Heavyweight, William, Kyra, El-Aton. So, did it just pop off in Texas over what's going on in Iran? Lady Linus, you gotta be kidding me, right? I thought this was I didn't know I'd be a real newsman. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. The crazies have to come out when I decide to do the news. So, they are suspecting that this might have been a terrorist attack in Texas. They're not sure, but they think so. Because the guy went in a place, I'll read it. The FBI's Joint Terrorism Task Force had joined the investigation after at least 2 people were unalived and 14 others wounded in a mass shooting overnight at a popular bar in Austin, Texas. Authorities said Sunday. The gunman was also unalived, police said. There were indicators on the suspect and in his vehicle that suggest potential nexus of terrorism, but it's too early to determine the motivation. FBI Acting Special Agent Alex Duran said during a briefing Sunday. Multiple U.S. officials identified the suspect to CBS News as Ngai Diaga Diangi, a neutralized American citizen born in Senegal. One source said the suspect was 53 years old. Sources said it's unclear what the motivation was or what may have inspired the attack. Investigators believe the gunman acted alone. Once again, a gunman opened fire outside a bar in a popular entertainment district in Texas, in the Texas capital of Austin, unaliving 2 people early Sunday in a shooting that the FBI said is being investigated as a potential act of terrorism. But here it says 14 others were wounded. Now, the reason they believe it might be related to what went on in Iran is because he was wearing a gray hoodie that said this. Oh my God. This the kind of hoodie. I said, listen, this is not funny, but it's I don't know what to call it. I don't know what to call this. I don't know it's not funny. I don't know what to call it. He went in there with this sweater on. Now, you've seen me, I've been reporting this, and you've seen a lot of brothers. You see how many brothers came over here and people, because I don't know if they was all black brothers, they could have been white brothers or some other kind of brothers. But you see how many men came over here talking reckless? And let me tell you, watch what you say on this social media, or the FBI is going to kick your door down. And I don't want them coming asking me, do I know you? Because they will. They'll come and they say, are you Pharaoh said that? I'm like, I don't know. Am I? What y'all want with Pharaoh? Okay, stop playing. We got your picture. We know it was you. Now, do you know Brother XDM XYZ Rebel? No, I don't know Rebel. He's always in your chat. I don't know him. Because I don't. I see your pictures or something, but most of the Looney Tunes I really don't know. They just pop up. I don't know hardly nobody in my chat. I know them from being in the chat, but I don't know them like that. That's only certain people I know that I communicate with on my phone and stuff like that. It's only a handful. You know, some of them I never met them, but I know them. I know Alexis and her little smart children. I know them. Especially that little smart little boy. But I don't know, like that. Just the ones I met or talked to a lot on the phone. I know Andrew. You left a word out, Kyle. Zaka. You left one word out. One word could fix this question. You left the word out, crazy. Why would a crazy terrorist? Okay, if you would have put the word crazy in there, you would have answered your own question. Hey, Zaka said, why would a terrorist wear that? It looks a little too obvious. You left out the word crazy. You left that word out. If you would have put the word crazy in there, you would have figured it out. You would have figured it out. He was trying to be obvious. That's why he's in the morgue. You know what I'm saying? You cannot make this not funny. It's funny, but it's not funny. Like an African with the Allah shirt goes in. I shouldn't be laughing because people passed away. I'm sorry if you lost your loved one. I shouldn't be laughing. It's really absolutely not funny. It's horrible because people lost their lives. I mean, let's get that part straight. People lost their lives. And then I don't know what happened to the other 13 people. They might be wounded or maimed for the rest of their life, right? Could you imagine you sitting in somewhere and he come in there and start shooting with a property of Allah shirt? I told y'all, I told you don't go nowhere. Did I not tell y'all to sit down? Go somewhere and sit down. Don't go outside. Go to the store if you have to and go early in the day. Go and sit down. Okay? Because the fanatics is going to pop out. They sit there and they watch it over and over and they get all worked up. people that's really with the Islamic State going to get all worked out? No, he was an African. He was an African from Senegal. Black dude, big old black dude with a shirt on that say property of Allah. I told y'all. I told you, 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 and I'm going to have to tell her every time I report this, sit down. Sit down. Listen, I'm 68 years old, right? Why would I live 68 years? You got an advantage. You got boots on the ground for 68 years. And some boots that been on the ground 68 years say, hey, I know you only had boots on the ground 30 years. Hey, I know you only had boots on the ground 28 years. Go sit down. And you don't listen. You don't listen. You think I just said that for nothing? I told y'all, sit down. Don't go in no crowd. They was up in there dancing to my new song, and here we come. Pop, 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 pop. They horrified. Some of them won't be able to go in crowds anymore. Okay? The reason they haven't said is race yet, because this is hot off the presses, and in these type of situations, this is not you're right, but that's local police. In these type of situations, they not gonna say too much of nothing. You see what I'm saying, 23? They not gonna say too much of anything. Because you can see his picture. That's another reason they said. They got his picture up. I just didn't post it. They got a picture of him. They got a picture of him. She said they know where to go. See? He better be glad he didn't shoot you. I would have to come down there and do something. You can't be damaging the cutie pies. What the hell? Make it. This fool. This is why I've been trying to keep, as I report these situations with Iran and America and Israel, I've been trying to keep it on the actual news and trying not to get into the fanatical situation. So don't come over here talking crazy. They might ask me, do I know you? I know Will of the Most High and his wife and his family because they came here and had dinner with me. But I don't know these people like that. But they're going to show, if you come over here talking crazy and you do something crazy, they're going to come questioning me. They're going to come questioning me. And they're going to take down they're going to go and they're going to copy all the live stream to see what kind of comments you've been making. They're going to go back, they're going to download all that stuff. They can download it without me. They don't need me. And I had brothers over here talking crazy. Talking crazy. Getting yourself too worked up in it. You're 1 billion% right. They got all that stuff up in the cloud. You know what I'm saying? That makes it worse for all foreign immigrants. Especially if they can find out you're a Muslim or a Muslim. Whichever one. You don't want to be neither one of them and let nobody know. Not right now. Because I've had some over here. I've had some loonies over here since this happened. I absolutely have had people coming acting like they were personally involved. It was very strange. I've had men come over here and were personally and mentally invested in the situation. I'm telling you, I've had them come over here and I'm wondering, what the hell are you doing? No, I ain't gonna make it where we supposed. They know we ain't no Muslim. They already know Black Americans. They know we don't care nothing about no old dude with no gray beard all the way in. No, they know Black Americans. Come on, they know we don't. They know. First off, let me speak for the older Black Americans. Most of the older Black Americans I know, because he was 50. They don't do blood. The only blood they do is the blood of Jesus. Okay, that's the only blood. That's Jesus. They don't. They don't like Allah. Okay, they'll tolerate Farrakhan, but the Black Americans, no. No, Black Americans is either just chilling, but if it's any religion, it's Jesus. It's the blood of Jesus. That's what they would say. That's what they would say about dude. They would say that's because he needed the Lord and needed Jesus in his life. That's why he did that. That's what they would say. He needed to go up there and let Reverend Samuel put his hands on him and cast them demons out. Yeah, them is demons in him. That's what they would say. They would say he had demons in them. They already know Black Americans, you know. They know, unless they really old, they know we some lazy religious people, you know. They already know Black Americans, we religious, but we, you know what I'm saying? They know we lazy religious. They know we're not praying 5 times a day. We only gonna pray when we get in trouble and can't figure it out. That's when we turn to God. I guess I gotta turn to God. Can't nobody else help me. That's the only time uh, we deal with God, when we can't figure it out on our own. I know that's what I do. I don't never talk to God unless it's real bad. And life haven't been real bad for me. I haven't talked to God in a long time. God be talking to me though, but I don't talk back. I don't really talk to God. I ain't lying. I haven't prayed to God like how y'all pray to God. I haven't prayed to God since I was little. I know. My grandmama would say, "Boy, you gonna bust hell wide open." That's what my grandma, that's what my grandma would say. You gonna bust hell wide open. The last time I prayed, I had my pajamas on and I was like, now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I should die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take. That's the last time I prayed. And I was a little boy in pajamas. And I really probably didn't say it good because I probably didn't want to go to bed, and my mama probably made me go to bed. So I probably said it with an attitude. Now I lay me down and sleep. I can't stand her. I probably wasn't. I probably wasn't. I'm sure I wasn't in no good mood because especially little boys, we don't like to go to bed. We want to stay up till we do this. Boy, go to bed. So I'm sure I was not happy to have to pray to God. Dear God, I can't stand her. I'm saying, I'm just saying. What kind of news is this? Am I supposed to be telling jokes on the news? Hey, that's what happens when you're the boss, I guess. They can't fire me. Oh, there's nobody here. He was Senegalese. That's what they say. He was from Senegal. Got himself too emotionally involved with the situation. Too emotionally involved with the situation. Look up the situation in Ohio. I sure will. Yeah, Islam is definitely spreading like crazy. In Africa, they having wars, converting them, going to war with the Christians. Yeah, ruining the continent, taking them away from their traditional belief systems, using their children, got their young boys like gangs, like religious gangs. Got their young boys over there crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's sad. Got their young boys over there with that nonsense. Crazy. Religion is nonsense. And people be having religion and don't even have food, don't have no kind of economy, don't have toilets, don't have sanitation, nothing. They just be having religion. Some people, they act like talking about it as being involved. They come over here, we shouldn't be involved, but I'm just telling the news. What? When is the news being involved? Just slow. Psychologically, I think a lot of Muslims is feeling bad because that person unalived all them innocent people. And it's like, to them, Islam took a hit with the lunatic that was running the country. That's the only thing I could think of, that they feel like they got to make up for the lunatic over there that, unalived under most other Muslims, really. You know what I'm saying? And they never say nothing about him unaliving Muslims. They keep talking about other people bobbling Muslims. But the 7,000 Muslims got unalived by Muslims. And most Muslims is getting unalived by Muslims. So I don't understand. Well, go tell the United States government. The United States government overstepped their bounds. No, they didn't. You know what I'm saying? I ain't overstepped their bounds. How you gonna say somebody that's been doing that forever overstepped their bounds when they don't got no bounds to overstep? That don't make sense either. Like, overstep what bounds? You know what I'm saying? Why would I care about her? Who is it? You know what I'm saying? I mean, a regular citizen don't understand U.S. policy and U.S. interests. So I would have to have somebody on a really serious political level to have that discussion, and that ain't really plentiful. So some of those discussions, I've been on YouTube for a while, and certain high level discussions ain't really worth trying to have because maybe face to face I could, but on the internet, and so I wouldn't be able to express what America is doing. Most of them is young; they don't remember uh, the hostages in Iran for over 400 days, and they don't understand, especially black men, that white men never forget when you do something to them, and black men sweep everything done to them under the rug. So for black men to say America shouldn't be standing on business with people they have problems with, that makes sense because you won't even go get your reparations. How old are you? How old are you? Do you know how many Americans? Because look what you said. You said if Iran wasn't attacking my country, Iran is absolutely attacking the country all the time. They got proxy armies. You know who the Houthis are? So you brothers don't understand. Iran is funding people that's constantly blowing up Americans. Did you know it? You didn't know that, huh? You don't know that Iran funds all America's enemies all over the world. You do know that Iran unalives lots of Americans and lots of Europeans and sinks lots of ships. And no, you don't. I get it. No, he's not. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's out of his league. He doesn't know. He said right then, he said if nobody was attacking his country, he don't know what he's talking about. He's saying that America's attacking somebody ain't done nothing. Iran is an enemy. Been an enemy before he was born. Been an enemy. That's why I asked him, do he know that Americans were held in Iran for 400 years? I don't know. I don't know. No, they ain't going to answer. No, they don't have a clue. And they sitting with somebody that was born 1958 that synced the news, that synced everything, and they don't want to learn. And they still wet behind ears. They don't know nothing. Let me tell you something. The typical black man does not watch the news, does not pay attention to international affairs at all. They watch basketball, baseball, football. That's it. They watch sports, boxing. But the average black man knows nothing about world affairs at all. At all. Don't know nothing about world affairs. They don't even know anything about Iran. I'm telling you nothing. If you're wondering why America has a problem with Iran, you don't know anything. Right. You never heard. Look, now he's saying the black community. I thought he was talking about America. See? This is what I got to deal with. First, look, watch this. This is the kind of stuff you got to deal with. Look, if Iran's attacking my country, which is America, right? Then yeah, I'd probably fight back, right? Then he says, but the fact is they weren't doing anything to me or my people. So he went from country to him and his people. And he says, has Iran did something to black community? Is the black community at war with Iran? Just anything. So in their mind, they got some kind of weird thing because I'm reporting what's going on, that the black community is involved. How, you know what I'm saying? Just stupid stuff. And just instead of beating around the bush saying, bro, you black, you shouldn't be talking about this. Just get it off your chest and really sound unintelligent. Just come out and say, you talking about this, you shouldn't be talking about this, because that could be the only issue. And they feel talking about it, I'm involved. Right? Because what you come telling me that? Why are you telling me involved? Because I'm telling the news. Because the news could be Russia, right? And they would tell me, well, Russia ain't did nothing to black people, so you shouldn't be reporting to us what's going on in the world. That's what I'm hearing. What I'm hearing is I shouldn't be reporting about what's going on in the world because they not did nothing to me. And so, yeah, I watch everything going on. Everything, when you're on the planet, everything concerns you. That war definitely concerns black Americans, for sure. If it gets out of hand, gas could be $20 a gallon. They did issue a travel one as well, in case anyone did hear, for sure. For sure. Let me tell you something. This issue is something that black Americans really should be watching, because this issue is going to hit the streets. There might be even curfews if it gets crazy enough. So for people to say this ain't none of our business, they slow. Yeah, I've seen that. They said he had a Quran. They said he had this shirt on. An African immigrant. They said it's gonna, that's not going to affect me. It's going to affect African immigrants. They're going to throw them out. Once they see African, Senegal, okay, get all the Senegalese out of here. I'm just saying. Brothers want to know how it affect black people. That's how. ICE is coming for the Africans. A gunman opened fire outside a bar in a popular entertainment district in the Texas capital of Austin, unaliving 2 people early Sunday. But this one says at least 2 people were unalive and 14 others was wounded in a mass shooting overnight at a popular bar in Austin. So there's black people saying, what concern of this situation in Iran is of us? Ask that to the 14 people and the 2 people unalived at the bar. You see how people come and say, what does that got to do over here? What happened over here? And people just got unalived right over here. You understand? You understand? News, she said 3 passed away now. News, if you got children, let your children know all news could be concerning to them. So you must know what's going on surrounding you. You understand? And so when you hear people saying, this ain't black people's business, all news could end up being your business. This is a fact. All news can end up in your business. This is an absolute fact. Believe that. And nothing is isolated. And so even though that was in Iran, that's going to affect other people that got that mind state all around the world. And they might be on your block. They might be right next to you on the train. Okay? Now, I didn't want to answer the brothers, but I will help the rest of you all. Iran is a total enemy of the United States because Iran funds many terrorist groups that have unalived and maimed and hurt many American servicemen, lots of which have been black. And they fund terrorism all over the world. And if you work downtown in any city in America, they would fund terrorism that would come right to your building while you're at work. And your children might be there to pick you up at work. You and your wife might go on a cruise. You say, how is this our business? You know, a lot of black people go to Dubai. There is a lot of black Americans stranded in Dubai right now. At the mercy of terrorism, praying they get out of there before a missile hits Dubai. You understand? This is constant. And my problem with the brothers you see me going off of, they could have just came and asked me questions and I could have told them. Because guarantee you, they can't name all the terrorist attacks I can name that's happening weekly, monthly. That's a fact. All over. They said ain't black people business. You know how much terrorism they fund in Africa to hurt black people in Africa? Oh, you don't. Oh, you don't know about the black farmers in Nigeria. You don't know about the blacks in East Africa. Huh? You don't know nothing about Darfur, huh? You don't know about all the black people. You don't know what they do to black women in Africa. Oh, you don't. You don't know what they're doing to black women in Africa. You say it's not black people's. You say it's not black people's business. You don't know. Oh, you don't know. You don't know what they're doing in Nigeria, what they're doing in Ghana, what they're doing in Burkina. Oh, you don't know. Oh. Oh. You don't know how many black women are missing in Dubai. You don't know how many black women is missing. You don't know nothing about the black women from Africa that go to do maid jobs for these Islamic people and what happens to them? Oh, you don't know what happens to the black African women. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know you don't know what they do to the black women that go to them Arab countries as maids to make money to take back to East Africa. You don't know, huh? You don't know what they do to the Africans in Mecca? You don't remember that big room of unalived Africans that they just threw in a big room over a big tall fence? They was all unalive? You don't know that, huh? Oh, okay. Oh, you don't know that, huh?